I'm Katie with the Home for Healing Arts, and I'm going to show you my skincare routine. I start with a skin brush. That's usually a wood or a plastic brush with natural bristles, and I use this in small circles up my arms and my legs, always towards my heart. So if I was on here, I'd go down like this, and then I do my back and go up the legs. And this helps stimulate my skin and also sloughs off all of the dead, dry stuff that is on my body. Showering daily is not a reality in our household, both because of our lifestyle and because of our children. For my facial skin, I use the Miracle Skin Cleansing Grains, which is basically cosmetic clay, oatmeal, almonds, and then roses and lavender, all ground up. And this is available on my website, and I'll show you how to use that. First, you take a bowl. You can see I've got the remains of old clay in there. I keep it in there because I can always put it in with whatever I'm adding now, and then I don't waste anything. We do not waste in our family. So then I take my jar, and I'm going to put just about a teaspoon or two in there. This is not an exact science. It's not going to be a problem if you get more or less. So you can see, can you see? I've got some in there. And then I put that in first, and now I'm going to add just a tiny bit of water. You always add the water to the powder, because if you put the water in first and then put the powder, it's going to take so much water. So I just put a tiny bit. Oops, and I totally put too much. So then I start to just mix it up with my finger. Of course, you can use something else. And I mix up what else was in the bowl so that I'm getting as much as I want. I totally put too much water in, so I'm just going to add a little more. Because I use what was previously in the bowl, if I don't use all of what I make up, I will just use it the next time. So I am making this paste. I'm going to add a little bit more. So probably a good tablespoon. Now I've got something that's spreadable, and I'm going to put it on my face. So now I take stuff, just put it on my fingers, and I'm going to spread it all over my face. It smells nice. It feels nice. And I'm rubbing it in because I want that exfoliating benefit. You can see it looks a little chunky. I'm going to shower right after this once it's dried a little bit, so it'll all come off and it will be awesome. Always get those little crevices between your nose and in your chin. And this has proven effective for a variety of skin types. I've got sisters who have really sensitive skin. It works for them. Dry skin, so far from what I've been told, I don't have super oily skin. Mine tends to be very dry. But people I know with oily skin, this has been effective for them as well. When I'm in the shower, I'll just use the warm water to wash off my face. If you are not taking a shower right after doing this, you wait for it to dry, and then you can use a warm washcloth to get it off. And here is what it looks like dry. Don't hate me because I'm beautiful. I took my shower. Yes, it was amazing. And now I'm going to put on as my toner Queen of Hungary's water, which is apple cider vinegar steeped with a bunch of skin-nourishing herbs and then mixed with witch hazel. So I've got my Queen of Hungary's water. I've got a cloth. You can also use a cotton round or cotton ball. I'm going to give it a swirl. And this is also available on my website. Take my cloth, put some on it, And then I'm just going to apply it to my face. And I always make sure to get in there and down there. And it does smell a little like apple cider vinegar, which is not my most favorite smell ever, but it disappears very quickly, so I don't mind it at all, which is saying something. I feel really refreshed. Like my skin has that nice little tingle that feels clean and exfoliated. I don't use a lot of lotion. I stopped using it even though I have really dry skin because I noticed my skin stayed dry if I kept using lotion, and by not using any lotion I tend to have a little better skin quality. However, with it being so dry here during the winter with the wood stove, and the air is just, it's extra dry, sometimes about an hour after I'll take a note of how dry my skin feels, and if it feels really dry, then I'll apply a facial moisturizer. And the one I use is a friend made it, and it's got rose oil in it. Rose is really great for your skin. The Queen of Hungary's water has rose petals steeped in it. I don't make lotion yet. I have children. I have very little time. But someday they're going to be older and I'll have time to make my own lotion, and that'll be amazing. So right now, my weekly skincare routine is doing the mask with the Miracle Skin Cleansing Grains, washing that off, and then using the Queen of Hungary's water as a toner. You don't have to wash that off. And then if my skin feels really parched, I'll put a little bit of moisturizer on it. But usually just the grains and the Queen of Hungary's water has me feeling pretty good. And this lighting is really horrible for my skin, but I feel good about how my skin is doing even with the really dry air. You can find both the Miracle Skin Cleansing Grains and the Queen of Hungary's water at www.tinyurl.com/AHA Herbs. That's AHHAHERBS.